They said that if they did not go in and take this baby out, that there was a possibility that I could die and that the baby could die. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Lisi here, and I'm back with another video. So today I have my last doctor's appointment before my surgery. So excited! You guys, it's been so many appointments. I'm over it. When I say it's been so many appointments, because I had an emergency C-section the first go around, I believe, what do they call it? High risk. I'm a high risk patient. So I was going to 2 separate doctor's offices at 2 different times each month for the past 9 months. So that's a lot of missed work and leaving early and all that stuff that I just didn't like, especially for my paycheck. So I'm just grateful that this is the last one. So we're gonna see, how that goes. But I do want you guys to get a good understanding of kind of like what I went through during the emergency C-section the first time around and how I'm feeling and prepping for this now planned C-section with my second child. I currently have a 2-year-old boy, baby boy, and for those of you that don't know, I'm having another baby boy. All right, you guys, so the first C-section that I had was an emergency C-section. They said that my placenta abrupted. So the medical term for that, I believe, is placental abruption, which is where there's blood in the placenta, which prevents oxygen from reaching to the baby, which could eventually kill the baby. So, they had to go in, take the baby out to save him and me. Thank God, I went into the hospital when I did because I was unaware of what was going on with my body at the time. But just to give you a little backstory, before I had my first precious baby boy, I was in school full-time. I was working full-time. I was also working a part-time job. So I was a security guard full-time, and I was working at Domino's delivering pizzas. So that's a lot. That's a lot on a person, and especially a pregnant person at that. So I was dealing with a lot at the time.
Can't hold on much longer.
And the day before I had the baby, 2 days before I had the baby, I had my baby shower. And on that day, I was on my feet a lot. I don't know why. I think I just kind of wanted to make sure everybody was comfortable, enjoying themselves. But I definitely regret it, for sure. The day after my baby shower, I was supposed to start my first day of clinical rotation, but it was my last rotation before graduation. So I had about 3 months left until graduation, and knowing how determined I am, I just knew that I was not gonna let this pregnancy stop me from finishing and graduating school.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up!
That's right! Let's go!
At the end of the day, I knew that it needed to get done, and I didn't want to prolong that with the pregnancy. So I pushed myself. I went in that morning, 7:30 a.m., to my last clinical rotation. It was at a hospital, and I knew that there was a strong chance that I would be on my feet a lot, but I was willing to endure the discomfort in order to get that degree. So I went into my, rotation, and I noticed that I was spotting.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Before I left the house that day, I noticed I was bleeding a little bit too. But then I figured maybe throughout the day it'll go away or something. It did not go away. So luckily, I had a doctor's appointment scheduled that day. So when I went in, I explained to her exactly what was going on, and she said, you need to go into the hospital right now. So that's what I did. I went to the hospital. I was very nervous and scared, not at all expecting to have the baby, because I thought it was just, a little mishap, you know, not a big deal. Something that I could probably sleep off, you know? But no, I was completely wrong. I was feeling a little bit of contractions, nothing crazy though, but the bleeding was the problem. So I let hubby know, and he met me at the hospital because I was really anxious to just get there. And plus, my doctor's office was right across the street from the hospital. So I went straight there, and I was just really nervous. Didn't know what was going to happen next. They got me all hooked up to the IV. They had an ultrasound tech do, you know, an ultrasound to see if they could find what the problem was. The nurse finally confirmed that it was a placental abruption that was happening and that I would need to be prepped for surgery. So upon hearing that, I was shook. I was worried. I was thinking so many things at the time. And I just knew that I was not mentally prepared for surgery, y'all. The last time I had a surgery was in 2015 when I tore my ACL. And even that was scary. But this?
Right here, this.
They said that if they did not go in and take this baby out, that there was a possibility that I could die and that the baby could die. So I was like, you know, okay, fine. There's no option here, so I guess this is just what we have to do, right? So this is what, you know, they started to prep me for. They said that they would have to insert a catheter in me, and you know, that was the worst part, you guys. A catheter, really? So the night before surgery, they tried to put the catheter in me. It was the worst feeling ever, and I don't even know why they didn't numb me before, because I felt everything, you guys. That's like they're putting a catheter in your bladder hole. Like in your bladder hole, like, whew. I can't explain the feeling. It is just the worst feeling ever. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But so that didn't work though, you guys. That didn't work. They put it in, and then I told them, y'all gonna have to take this out because I'd rather pee in a bedpan than to have that in me all night before the surgery, because the surgery was gonna be the next day. So yeah, so I had them give me the bedpan, and I had my hubby help me, you know, pee whenever I needed to go. And I guess because they weren't planning on doing a surgery, they didn't have anything prepared for me at the time. So they kind of had to like move quickly, and you know, just like they didn't numb me. Like, y'all could have numbed me so I wouldn't feel y'all putting the catheter in. Moving on through the night, I'm feeling contractions and more contractions, and I guess the bleeding starts to progress. So my doctor eventually comes, and by that time it's probably like maybe 5 a.m. I'm just about ready and prepped for surgery. All I remember is waking up that morning, speaking to my doctor about the situation, and them kind of just wheeling me back to the OR. And I remember there being like these really bright lights over my head, and in the report that I read, I was given a spinal anesthetic, which I was unaware of for so long, because I was wondering for the longest, like, how did they, like, I knew I was under anesthesia, but like, was I given an epidural? Was I given a spinal block? I didn't know. So it was a spinal block that they gave me, and I was also put under as well. So I wasn't able to feel anything from the waist down. I'm thinking that maybe the spinal block didn't work, because when they slapped me on that table and those lights were over me, they had to insert the catheter again, and I felt it again. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. And like I said before, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, because why am I feeling you put a catheter in me still? And I'm in the OR. Y'all need to get that ish together, because that was horrible, okay? They got the catheter in me, and I do remember them shaving away. And And then they had my head kind of covered with a drape, and then at that point I remember them counting or something, because I was just about to go under, and then just like that I was out. I woke up in a lot of pain, right? And obviously knowing that this whole scary thing was over with, but I woke up with all these needles in me, and they were pushing on my belly. Oh my gosh. The thought of just, like, I have to do that again, because they have to, I guess, make sure that I don't get any blood clots in that area. But, and then the, like, scar tissue is involved as well. But, like, when they push down on your stomach after surgery, that is the most painful thing. And then aside from that, they have to stick needles in you like every 30 minutes is what it seemed like. Every 30 minutes they're pushing down. Actually, it's not 30 minutes every 30 minutes for the needle, but like every 30 minutes pushing down, especially in the beginning, as soon as you get out of surgery, mind you. Aside from that, you cannot cough, you cannot laugh at all without feeling pain. Like, I'm not looking forward to that again. I don't want to do it. I really don't. It got me wondering, like, if a VBAC, like, would it have been possible? It probably would have been possible. So, yeah. The first day, I could not walk, but I knew that I had to eventually start walking. The doctor wanted me to start walking, and plus I wanted to walk over to the NICU to see my baby. Within a day, I was able to make it my way around the hospital and see my baby Hassani. Hi guys, I'm at my last OBGYN appointment before I go in for surgery. So today they're just basically gonna give me instructions on what I need to do before the surgery, what to expect and all that jazz. So yeah, let's see what they have to say. I'm about to go in right now. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, but I just want to get this over with. I'm tired of going to these doctor's appointments, and I'm tired of getting kicked in the ribs every day. So yeah, I'm ready for this baby to come. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. Y'all see the belly? Look at the belly though. It's over. I have my instructions. I'm gonna get blood work done over the weekend, just a couple days before my surgery, and we'll see how everything turns out.